What do you think about the debate?
We're going to talk about it right now. Joining us now, Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, and just about everybody that we've had here said you did a bang-up job tonight, Senator.
Well, you had a good group of people, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. I tried to make the case that foreign policy and economic well-being go together, and that you're right, the way to grow the economy is to lower taxes, but I can't promise you we're going to eliminate corporate taxes. But I would try to get to a 25% corporate tax rate, because people are leaving the country because it's just too hard to create a job.
Capital should want to come here because it's treated well here instead of exiting.
Why did Boeing go to South Carolina? Because we wanted them to. We gave them a great workforce, low tax structure, a permitting process. They built the plant faster than they thought they could. You know, policy and attitude go together. The person in the White House who's president needs to have an attitude about business. You're not the enemy. I want you to do well.
Do you think that we need to, first and foremost, there's a lot of foreign policy talk. This is CNBC. We wanted a lot, we'd like to focus on ways to get above.
I actually listened to you.
I mean, think about that. 62% of the of participation in the workforce. That's a 50-year low. How many people would like to work longer? How many people would like to get a raise from market forces because they're in demand? None of those things are happening in this economy.
The median income is at 1995 levels. Women have left the workforce in the largest numbers. So it's about the middle class. Wealthy people are going to be fine. If you got a government check, you'll still get one. But here's what I'm telling the Republican Party. The only way to help the middle class is grow the economy. Hillary Clinton has a list of a mile long of new government to help the middle class. If you're a waitress, the best thing I can do for you is to make sure that somebody can build a new restaurant in town to hire you away. If you're a worker in Charleston, the best thing that ever happened to you is when Boeing came to town, because if your company didn't pay you more, you'd go to Boeing. I intend to grow the economy. It is the only hope of the middle class.
Do people need to vote for you explicitly, Senator, or do they need to just vote for the party?
No, they need to vote for me.
For everything
Forget about these other guys. Forget about these other guys.
No more Mr. Nice Guy. We saw you say this yesterday. You're sick of this. And then you said crap tonight. This is cable.
Well, it's not his cable. That's right.
Cable.
But seriously,
I think I'm the best qualified to be commander.
I think what you're articulating sounds like a set of policies we hear from a lot of the other candidates in the field. You know, you could draw some more clear differences in some particular instances, but this is really a debate in which you seem to be running against Hillary Clinton, running against the Democrats, running against President Obama in the White House. Is that really what the message you're trying to sell to the American public comes down to?
The message is that our foreign policy is in free fall. Hillary Clinton doesn't fix a failed foreign policy. Rebuild the military, use it smartly. Barack Obama has allowed radical Islam to run wild. The Russians, the Iranians, and the Chinese are walking all over us. You need somebody in the White House who knows what the hell they're doing. And when it comes to the economy.
What do you do about Vladimir Putin? Day one, you're in the White House. What do you do?
Export natural gas that we own in abundance to undercut his monopoly on Europe. Reinforce NATO, so every time he looks around, he sees a NATO flag. Help the Ukrainians by giving them weapons to defend themselves, to drive the cost of his intervention in the Ukraine. Sanction the hell out of him and his rich buddies. He's got a pair of twos, and we got a full house.
The Fed didn't move again today. You heard Rick Santelli's question. Do you believe, in your heart of hearts, that the 7 years of zero interest rate policy, has it helped, or has it started actually becoming a negative?
I think it's almost like crack cocaine. Eventually, we're going to have an economy that doesn't have free money. And it's going to be some pain, but the key is growing the economy, right? Is to creating more jobs. Between Obamacare, the EPA regulation on carbon, which is too draconian, and a very complicated tax code, it's hard to create a job. If you're in business, you need certainty. What I would give you is certainty, a more certain tax code. I would deal with the climate change problem without making it a religion like Al Gore. At the end of the day, the middle class is only going to be helped if people hire. And the reason people are not hiring, if you had 48 people, would you hire 3 more? No, because you're covered by Obamacare. What's that got to do with health care?
You're a funny guy, too.
I grew up at a bar. My dad was funny. If you're a good bar owner, you got to be funny enough to make them want to come back. You got to be tough enough to make sure they don't take your business away. Good training to be president.
If we go to break, I want to hear some real jokes from you. Okay. You got any?
Okay.
All right, Senator. But we're on a break yet. Not yet. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Senator. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.